the last one, he had a bigger smile. He must know something.
Cars performing very well here with 114 laps completed. And Ricky Rudd is looking good, too.
Here he comes on the inside of Rusty Wallace. Rudd.
That'll move him up to 4th. So Wallace, who was running second a few laps ago, is now back to 5th. And now Kenny Wallace and Mike Skinner. Oh, and Hutch Strickland has a problem in the Dunleavy car.
And he has smacked the outside wall hard.
And Rick Mast is also involved.
Because he hit the inside wall hard here, too.
I believe Rusty Wallace has a flat right front tire also.
Well, there's smoke coming from the car in any case.
If that's the case, is Rusty going to pit and take a penalty, or is he going to ride around the racetrack? Well, the others are coming into the pit, so a pit road is open.
Yeah,
so.
right. Hutch Strickland is out of the car. He scampers and
oh boy, he hit that hard, didn't he?
And there is the flat right front on Rusty's car, John.
Dale Jarrett's in for a 4-tire change. Work already completed on the rights. Now on the left side. Just a little bit slow getting the car up in the air. He's in the very first pit. As you enter pit road, he is down and away. Jerry Punch.
Jeff Burton, half a pound of air pressure out of both current tires. 1 round down on the track bar and 1 can of fuel. That's all. Bill Weber?
4 tires, no changes for Tony Stewart. First stop was 14.79. Another good stop. Earnhardt, then Rudd, then Skinner off back road.
Big concern, Rusty Wallace had cut a tire. Rusty had a little more time on pit road, and this smoking, simmering tire has been pulled here behind the wall. A big break for Rusty Wallace, apparently debris on the racetrack, and he was able to get the car in and get the tire changed under the caution flag. But they dodged the bullet here once again in the Miller Lite team.
Well, he stays on the lead lap, but loses a huge amount of track position. Here is Rick Mast on board. Becomes involved in an accident with Hutch Strickland, bringing out the 3rd caution of the afternoon at Martinsville Speedway in Virginia.
Stewart's going to find out why they call it the intimidator Ned.
If he doesn't know now,
he probably don't know. He probably doesn't know that. Yeah.
Good word, Neil. Oh, yeah. From 9th to 20th. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
He might have been going down flat when he was losing those positions.
Mm-hmm. Good thinking, Ned. On board with a pace car as it leads the field under caution here for the 4th time this afternoon. An incident up in turn number 4 has brought out the caution involving Hut Strickland and Rick Mast. Here's a co-pit summary. Tony Stewart stayed the same. Jeff Burton lost 3 positions. Earnhardt gained 1. Rudd gained 1. And Mike Skinner also gained 1. But now look at Rusty Wallace. He was 9th when he came in and comes out in 20th position. Bobby Labonte, our points leader, picked up 3 spots during that series of pit stops. Jerry?
Let me explain. The team now has examined this tire along with the Goodyear engineers standing in their pits, and they cannot find any evidence of debris that may have cut the tire. And that is really cause for concern here, because in the spring on lap 254, Rusty had a lot of brake heat in the right front tire, melted the bead, ended up losing 2 laps. Now, he came and made both laps back up and led, but ended up fading at the end to finish 10th. Now the concern here, just past the 100 lap mark, is this brake related? And Rusty on the radio a moment ago said, I haven't been using that much brakes, and that makes the team even more concerned because it is very, very hot. And you see where apparently the bead may have melted down on the inside of the tire. No evidence of it being cut. It could simply be brake temperature, and that could mean trouble for the 2 team the rest of the day.
So under caution we remain as Rusty has himself back in the 20th position. Here's the incident that has caused the 4th caution. Hut Strickland hard into the wall off of corner number 4. Rick Mast stays in the race. Strickland is out. Okay. So Earnhardt, if he leads 4 more races, Bill, will be the all-time, no? Oh, among active. Okay. Back at Martinsville Speedway in Virginia, as the NAPA AutoCare 500 is 124 laps old. The number 10 car of Johnny Benson, 9th currently. He had a good pit stop, obviously, John.
Yes, Bob, he did. Talk to his crew chief, James Entz, decided to make a strategy move. They took on only right side tires. He said the car was a little bit loose. They're not seeing any wear at all on the left side tires. So he decided to roll the dice, get some track position, and he also said just putting the right side tires on the car with the older left side should tighten the car up for him. Now to Bill Weber.
Well, obviously another good stop for Dale Earnhardt. On the first stop, a small air pressure change to tighten up the car just a little bit. On this stop, no changes. The car's very good. Jerry?
Goodyear engineers have told Rusty Wallace's crew that right front tire looked just like the one that came off Earnhardt Jr.'s car. Rusty says, I am not using the brakes. I promise you, I'm not on those brakes. Now the concern is, are they going to be above or below the recommended air pressure? They're talking about it to see exactly what the problem might be, but the concern is heat now in that right front tire.
We'll be going back to green flag racing next time around as the 2x2 formation begins. 33 cars currently on the lead lap. 2 cars out, Ward Burton and Hut Strickland. Tony Stewart at the front of the field with Earnhardt second, then Rudd, then Skinner, then Jeff Burton. Bobby Hamilton running 4th, then Bobby Labonte, Jeff Gordon, Johnny
Clear all
Benson,
around now. You're clear all around.
and Kenny Wallace. Here we go.
You ready?
One thing Tony Stewart wanted to do was clear the 16 car of Kevin LePage before he got into turn 1. He did that very successfully. But I noticed that Tony Stewart slid up the racetrack they took the green flag on that in turn 1. So it looks like these tires need a few laps to really hook up to their maximum.
You get the air pressure build up a little bit, I guess.
See Jeff Burton, the 99 car, and Bobby Hamilton side by side. And Hamilton has him on the outside. He's on the outside. The lap car's on the inside. Bobby Labonte trying to go on the outside of Jeff Burton. Flagman waving that blue flag with a yellow stripe, telling the cars on the inside, you have faster cars approaching you. Give them room.
There is the 4 of Bobby Hamilton closing in on Mike Skinner. Running alongside Stacy Compton, who is a lap down in 35th. Dale Jarrett, who is back in the 18th position with the Step 40 car of Sterling Marlin.
50 car, Ricky Craven's running 16th. 40 car is 17th.
Sterling Marlin just passed DJ on the inside the last lap. DJ got hung up out there, and all those cars running side by side there. They don't know which groove to take, whether to take the high groove, the low groove. So when you got about 4 or 5 roads there, running 2 abreast.
And right behind these guys is the 2 car of Rusty Wallace, who, after that flat tire, is falling back. So that's a bad problem. When you look in your windshield, see all those cars. That's not a good feeling. Look at Rusty, the red going almost all the way over.
Bill Elliott up ahead, who's running 19th. So Rusty has not gained a position since the green flag came out.
Then you wonder if he isn't using those brakes more than he realizes. Of course, in this traffic, he has to use them a lot, but sometimes it's hard to gauge just how hard you are on those brakes.
Here's Jeff Gordon to the outside of Kenny Wallace. And Kenny now gets the 9th position. Stewart, just a couple of car lengths or 3 or 4 car length advantage on Dale Earnhardt.
Well, it pulled out to probably 8 or 10 car length advantage on Earnhardt. It looks like right now that Earnhardt might be a little bit quicker than Tony Stewart. And Ricky Rudd is right there with both of them.
Sure is. Down to Bill.
Well, those guys all making time on the track, but making up time in the pits. Tony Stewart for his first 2 stops, 14.79 and 14.49. Rudd trying to go around Earnhardt on the outside. He's also doing well on pit road. His first stop was 17.32. The second stop for Rudd, 14.19, more than 3 seconds faster, and they didn't need to make any changes. So the team helping out their driver on pit road.
Well, Ricky has taken 2nd position now, and he comes into this race tied for 5th in the point standings. That's the highest he's been in the point standings since 1997. And talk about an improvement from last year. At this time in 1999, Rudd was 28th in the point standings. I'm sorry, 34th in the point standings.
And you know, Earnhardt, very seldom do you see Earnhardt move over and let someone go by. But I believe that was a strategy move. I think he wants Ricky Rudd to get up there and race Tony Stewart as hard as they possibly can, and hopefully use each other's car up. We talked about brakes and how much heat there is. This is the Rebecca's onboard camera on board Ricky Rudd. Straight away, the rotor cools off a little bit. He gets to the corner. Look, immediately, it just turns cherry red. I also want you to watch the deflection in the tire on the straightaway. The tire is straight on the rim. It gets to the corner. Look how the rim is just trying to pull off the tire. And you wonder why it would melt the bead on the tire. Look how close the inside of the tire